You are not gonna believe this. Unbelievable. This guy just pulls up, black or dark blue colored Toyota 4Runner, pop-up tent on the roof. He pulls up, he comes up to my van. He says, "Hey, all the sites are taken. Do you mind if I camp here at the end of your driveway?" And I was like, "No, I don't mind. I don't mind sharing. You know, I understand the situation. So just give me a little space. Everything's cool." So he pulls down right here and he parks here. And first thing he does, he starts blaring techno music. And I was like, no, 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 no. So I come down here, I'm like, dude, you can't do me this way. I was kind enough to give you my campsite and you're gonna blare your techno music? And we get in an argument. Well, I'll get back to that. Look at this. He runs over my, you can still see the tire tracks. He flattens out my cone. You can still see the tire tracks on it. Good thing the thing popped back out because it's flexible. But anyway, we got in this big argument about it. And I mean, I wasn't like too scared of it. I mean, he's a little guy, he's not gonna take me. But yeah, he gets all mad and then he takes off and he runs over my cone, thinking he's gonna break it, but it popped right back into shape. Look at that cone. That's an amazing cone. Can you believe that? Let me try to calm down here. It just happened like 10 minutes ago, maybe 8 minutes ago. But yeah, he took off and there's his tracks and he run over my cone, and actually it was actually over there. By the time he hit it, it flipped over there, but I put it back where it needs to be. Can you believe that? I offered to share my campsite with this guy and he's gonna blare his techno music. And I just couldn't believe it, you know? I'm a Gen Xer. This guy was probably, what, somewhere between 25 and 30. And, you know, Gen Xers are cool. This is why I love Gen Xers, because we don't want everything. We don't want to own everything. We share whatever, you know. The guy pulls up. I'm way over here. He's way over here. Everything's cool. I know the situation. I've been there before when all the campsites are taken. You're desperate. The sun is about to go down. So you need a place. And I'm like, sure, no problem. And he's gonna do me like that? Starts blaring his techno music? No, no, no. I'll show him some good music. I'll get in there and I'll start breaking out my guitar and I'll jam some Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'll show him some real good music. But this guy, what a jerk. What is wrong with these young people? I'm 53 years old. You know, I don't want much out of life except kindness, peace, and respect. And he can't even do that for a guy who's offering to share his campsite? It's insane. So he took off, and I hope he don't come back tonight. He can't take me. He's like 5'7", 5'8". You know, I'm an old guy, and I'm lanky, and I'm rangy though. If he takes me down, I'm gonna, you know, I'll wrap my long leg around his neck and I'll choke him out like an anaconda. You believe that? Look at my shadow. Look at that lanky body. Look at those long arms. Yeah, I'll choke him down. I'll choke him down to Chinatown. That was crazy. Yeah, I'm a little amped up right now. My goodness. The things that happen when you don't even expect it. I mean, what would you do in a situation like that? You should always say, unless you have a lot of people coming into your campsite, you should say, yeah, I'll share with you. Just give me a little space. And he was going to park right here. And he was going to have all the way from the road, all the way up to about, I guess, right here. And I was going to consider this my space right there. Wow. But yeah, when he started blasting that, I walked down here and said, you can't do me like this. I just offered you my campsite and you're going to do me like this? Oh my gosh. You know, and I don't cuss a lot. Every now and then I'll say, like, I'll drop an F-bomb every now and then, very seldom. And I don't say GD because I just don't believe in that. I don't say GD. But I'll drop an F-bomb every now and then, and we might have exchanged a couple of F-bombs. But yeah, he just went psycho on me. I don't want a psycho camping next to me, especially if he's gonna be blaring techno music. You know how I feel about techno music. Oh, I've made some really funny jokes in the past about techno music, but some of them are kind of true. And apparently this guy's been listening to too much techno music, because yeah, he went psycho on me, but he took off. There's his tracks right there. You can see where he kind of spun a little bit, and he took on off. Let's hope he don't come back tonight. But yeah, he ran over my little beloved cone here. But he didn't know that this cone is very flexible. Watch this. You can see his tire tracks right there in it. Hold on. Maybe you can, right there. But look, it pops right back. Look at that. You can't kill the Matty cone. Wow, what a day. All right, this is amazing. So I guess I'll check in tomorrow and tell you if he comes back, and if you know, I have to choke him out or not. But maybe it won't come to violence. But I think everything's cool. You know, I think he understands. You know, I'm a nice old man, but I have my limits. And he's probably thinking, man, this dude is not gonna play around, so he's gone. But he did have a nice rig. It was like either a dark blue or black Toyota 4Runner, nice pop-up tent. He could go anywhere in that thing. I mean, he could climb halfway up of those mountains over there, because 4Runners are amazing. Unfortunately, the driver of this 4Runner was not amazing. Yeah, he was a sawed-off little punk. Little mean little guy. I shouldn't have done that, but you know what? I'm gonna learn from this. I'm still going to be kind and generous, and I'm not gonna let this affect me in the future. If people ask, you know, if they're in a situation, it's getting dark, they need a campsite, I'll remember this to a point, but I'll try not to let this affect me in being less generous and less offering in the future. But it's going to take a long time to forget a situation like this. I mean, I don't know if this has ever happened before. Well, I know it hasn't happened like this before. But anyway, I'll check in tomorrow. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.